I bought this used OTC motorcycle jack the other day and tore it apart to do some proactive maintenance. You might want to stick around to the end of the video. Let's just say things got a little messier than I anticipated.
So here's the jack. It's not in bad shape. Definitely left it outside. And there's a little bit of rust around here, not too bad. The pads are kind of chewed up, but I mean that's pretty much like on all these motorcycle lifts I get like that. But we'll go ahead and clean it up and see if we can make it look a little better. So I've got to get this rubber cap off here. I'll try to do it with my hands first, and the hydraulic fluid should come pouring out. Before I started this, I went online and tried to find some videos on motorcycle jack maintenance. There wasn't a lot out there, nothing really helpful. Anyway, if I don't know how to do it or I can't find any information on it, I'll figure it out and share it with you guys. That's what the channel's all about. We grabbed the hydraulic fluid that we're going to be using. Some Lucas. I think we just need to fill it while it's sitting like this. And if I need to pump it up, or can I with no, yeah, there's no hydraulic fluid in there. I think I need to fill it up so it's level. You know, I'm not sure. With the bottle jack still connected to the frame like this, the only way I could fill it with hydraulic fluid was to flip the entire thing on its side. These boards that you see there, I cut them for my old night train, and the reason why is I had a Harbor Freight scissor lift like this, and the only way I could get it underneath the bike was to put the back wheel on top of these boards. And this is one of the reasons I wanted the OTC, because of its low profile. I can roll it right under my night train without having to use these boards. Man, this stuff is thick. So here's the part where if I would have just paused for a minute and looked at everything, I would have figured out this wasn't hydraulic fluid. It was much thicker than the stuff that came out. But, you know, I figured I bought hydraulic fluid and that's what it was, but actually I didn't. So anyway, again, these are what these videos are all about, right? We do stuff, doesn't work, we figure it out, we readjust, we do it again, we get it right. Looks like that's it. It's going really well. Well, let's see what happens. So right about here I'm thinking to myself, damn it, Gene, why did you have to mess with this? It was probably working fine. But you know what? That's what I do. I like taking things apart, I like figuring things out, I like fixing things. Okay, so a slight correction. I think the stuff that I got, being it was so thick and everything, was an additive for hydraulic fluid that's already in there. So I'm draining that out because the pump wouldn't go up. So I took the whole bottle jack off. I'm draining all that fluid out. I'm going to go get some hydraulic lift fluid. And then when I come back, I'll show you guys everything that I did. And I'm sure one of you, while I was filling that up with that hydraulic whatever it is, were like, no, that's the wrong stuff. So too bad. I mean, I can't hear you or I wouldn't have done it. Anyway, we'll pick it up. So I actually wound up taking the bottle jack off, and I'm draining all that really thick stuff out of there. I'm gonna go get some hydraulic fluid. And I guess that stuff is like a booster and stop leak. It's not actually hydraulic oil. So it was really thick and the jack wasn't going up. So let's go get some real hydraulic fluid and put this all back together, see what happens. All right guys, so I got all that stuff out of there. I went and bought some real hydraulic jack fluid. So I think what I'm gonna do is clean this up. I'll hit it with some brake cleaner in a second here. And I don't know where this came from. That sucks. I'm not sure where that came from. It doesn't seem to fit on here. Hopefully it's nothing important. Yep, winding up with extra parts and not knowing where they came from. That's always great. All right, so I'm just gonna screw this guy on. I had to use an impact drill to get it off. I don't want to do that again. But I also don't want it to leak, so I'm going to tighten it down. I think that's probably good. I'm just going to fill this now until it's level here. The Lucas anti-stuff I put in there. Not sure why it's not going down. The bottle jack goes in here. And the problem is getting this so since this isn't down all the way, so there comes a point in these projects where, you know, you're just like, I got to figure this out because this thing's all the way apart and, you know, I need to get it back together. I need to figure out how to fix this problem. And this is the kind of stuff I love, figuring out things that I don't have an answer for right away. And the fun part is I usually always figure it out. It's so much more rewarding when you do it by yourself. God, this is a mess. This is an actual mess. But you know what? That's okay. Because I'm doing it. And when one of you guys gets a OTC jack, well, you'll know what not to do. Or any bottle jack, I would imagine, right? Don't do that. Okay, so what I'll do is get this back on. I mean, you know, I wouldn't take the jack off of the stand to do this, but I really wanted to understand how this thing worked. And I'm going to top off this side here. If I can get, I think I had trouble getting this. Yeah. It's really tricky, man. I don't know, I might just have to make a mess. Well, let me take that back. I might have to make more of a mess. And guess what? That's what we'll do, I guess. Wow, right? I've got more cleaning up to do than I do actually doing the work. Alright, so let's see if this will go down. Alright. It's taking a second, but it's going down. So as I was pushing down, I noticed that the rubber plug on the side was bulging a little bit. So I decided, okay, maybe I better take it off. There's probably some air trapped in there. And what happened next was kind of scary, to be honest with you. So if you didn't catch that, there was a lot of pressure in the cylinder, and when I took the rubber cap off, it exploded, and the fluid went everywhere. It went into my glasses, it went all over the camera, it went everywhere. It was a mess. You're supposed to top this off when it's down. Jesus, what a mess. And I just got hit in the face with hydraulic fluid oil. So I have to go in and clean the glasses. I'm gonna have to scrub this driveway down. Oh God, guys. You know, seriously, I am kind of taking this lightly, but this is one of those things that you don't expect to happen, and it does. So wear safety gear, at least a pair of glasses. Okay, I'm back. I literally got hydraulic fluid all over my glasses, all over my face. Thank God I was wearing glasses though. So maybe it's a good time to say, you know, wear protection, wear safety goggles when you're doing this kind of stuff, because you never know. I think we're all locked down now. I'm gonna do one more test. Pump it up. Looks like it's going much better. And then we'll let it down. There's no weight on it, but should go all the way down. This is actually the next day. I downloaded the manual from OTC's website and I realized that I'd overfilled the jack and I didn't bleed the air out. So I want to make sure that when I let my bike down, it goes down smoothly, it doesn't jolt or drop too quickly. And I believe that bleeding the air out and everything will accomplish that. I'm going to take that plug out and I'm just going to let it do its thing. And yes, I do have gloves on. Gloves. I have gloves on. And yeah, I gotta pop this off again to make sure there's no air. I don't know if I just did it. So the way to bleed the air out is you hold down the release valve, which I'm doing, it's the pedal there, and pump the jack up. And I took the rubber cap off to let the air come out. So it looks pretty good. I think we're good here. So I'm just gonna put everything back together. You know, I actually had a lot of fun making this video. I'm just testing here to make sure it goes up all the way, and then when I release it, that it goes down smoothly. The next thing I'll test is to put the bike up on here and make sure it feels stable. It goes up, comes down the way it's supposed to. But yeah, a lot of fun. So there you have it. Now we've got a video on the internet about how to maintain a motorcycle scissor jack. Doesn't matter if it's OTC or Harbor Freight or even one you buy off a Temu. They all basically work the same. They're bottle jacks and they all use hydraulic fluid. So check changing the fluid and maintaining and everything like that, it's all going to be the same. And so one last time, I just want to say, like, if you're going to do this, wear some protective gear. The part where I was trying to lower the jack and putting pressure on it, and the rubber stopper started to bulge, when I pulled it off, it exploded basically, and hydraulic fluid went everywhere. It got all over my glasses, got all over the camera, it just got all over everything. And it was funny, you know, but at the same time it could have been really serious. So if you're gonna do it, just put some gloves on, get some safety goggles, you know, and accidents are called accidents for a reason. We never expect them to happen. So if you're prepared, you know, you should be good. But anyway, that's it for me for right now, and I will catch up with you guys on the next one.